Saturdays on ABC. It's all new adventures in a great new show. It's an all-new Saturday morning. You see it bien, It's an all-new Saturday morning.
Hello and welcome to Classic Cartoon Rewind, the podcast where we provide audio commentary and watch-along tracks for cartoons published between 1940 through 1999 that are either based on or inspired by comic books. I'm your host, Carter Hutchison.
I'm your co-host, Mike Thomas.
And Mike, this is our second episode of the Jonny Quest series here. We're going to be covering the series episodes 3 and 4. Yes, it's our second episode covering the series. We're covering episodes 3 and 4. Let me get there.
Sorry, bro.
So the episodes that we're going to be providing watch-along tracks for today are The Curse of Anubis.
The Curse of Anubis.
It's really fun to say like that,
yes,
right? We've almost been saying that all night. And The Pursuit of the Poho, which is not as fun to say as
The Pursuit of the Poho.
Pursuit of the Poho.
Is the Poho a bird? Ho-ho?
Are
we capturing Pokemon?
Oh boy.
I had to get one in.
That's what she said. I think the Poho is like a tribe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
We'll take that back then.
Because I didn't.
Is it historically accurate? Because I feel really bad for making
doubtful.
that joke. Okay.
But I didn't rewatch these, to be honest with you, before we sat down. So they're kind of Anubis. I've seen that one a ton. That's like
Anubis.
It's probably the first classic episode of Jonny Quest.
I think that's the one that I remember the most.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay, so like always, I'm going to provide some notable events, births, and deaths. We actually have our first death here.
First death?
Yes. Well, we're actually like.
There's been a lot of people
in the 1940s, the people that, for the Superman series, that would have died were born in, like, 1890 or 1880. Yeah. It's like Edgar Rice Burroughs died.
Nah.
Nope.
Miss Brush.
All right. Yeah. Exactly. You should know that. Edgar Rice Burroughs invented sci-fi.
Really?
Yes. John Carter and the Princess of Mars. That's him.
You know, Disney ruined John Carter.
So listen. All right. Quick tangent on that. On John Carter. That movie is okay. The problem is that the book is over 100 years old, even by the time the movie came out. And things like Star Wars and Dune and Superman have stolen so much from that material over a century, that the tropes that were like 100% original now feel cliched because too much time has passed between when you had actually made the movie. Yeah. It's a damn shame.
Also, the movie's terrible.
Yeah, bless his heart. John Taylor Kitsch or whatever, Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
just can't find the right franchise.
Except for Friday Night Lights.
That one movie.
No, he was the show.
Was he in the TV show?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
He was a major part.
No, I didn't watch any of them.
What?
No.
Dude.
No.
You got on to me for not watching all of Gilmore Girls.
Dude, it's funny. I don't usually like dramas around football, besides like Remember the Titans or something. But on the opposite, like baseball is probably my least favorite sport to actually watch. I fucking love baseball movies, dude.
Field of Dreams.
Oh, it's my shit. Bull Durham.
Moneyball.
That's just about it. Yeah, Moneyball.
Trouble with the Curve.
Yep. The Natural.
I mean, everybody loves The Natural.
Yeah, all great stuff.
Rookie of the Year.
A League of Their Own.
Or the League of Their Own is awesome.
Oh,
Sandlot?
Oh, no. What's the movie
Sandlot
with, like, Wild Thing? And
oh my gosh. Why can we not remember this?
Hot Shots?
No.
Is that it?
No, that's not Hot Shots.
God, what's that fucking movie? I'm going to have to look it up now. Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks. But that movie is, like, one of the best. It doesn't have the guy from The Natural in it?
No.
I was getting... Who played The Natural? Was that Kevin Costner? No.
Major League. That's the name of it.
Major League,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. And The Natural stars Robert Redford. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah. That's enough of a tangent into sports movies here. All right, so again, I'm covering, the Jonny Quest episodes came out weekly, so this is just a week's worth of news. Some weeks are better than others. This first one, there's not too much going on, and then the next week, there's just a ton of stuff. So here we go. So The Curse of Anubis first aired on Friday night on ABC on October 2nd of 1964. The notable death this week was Harpo Marx. Harpo Marx passed away. And you know what I'm talking about, one of the Marx brothers, right? The silent film stars. There's Groucho Marx, and literally none of this is ringing a bell.
I thought you were going to say he was the Marx brothers who wrote,
like the Communist Manifesto.
Yes.
Not quite.
Sorry,
no,
bro.
No,
Swinging a miss there,
but
too.
I'm sure that's what any Trump supporter would say as well.
Oh, I'm not.
I know you're not a Trump. I know you're not a Trump supporter. I would never accuse you of such things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean,
right.
I can coexist with people, but damn, don't. But no, that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Right. No, they're very famous. You've seen Groucho Marx. You know those fake glasses that have like little glasses and the big bushy eyebrows and the nose and the little Nazi mustache. Yeah, that's Groucho Marx, and he's the most famous of the brothers. But Harpo was the one who didn't speak, and it's actually where Oprah got her name. Oprah is Harpo spelled backwards.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
knowledge is power.
I've killed a lot of brains, though.
Do what?
It's from October.
Oh, okay.
Which Oprah was in, if you didn't know.
I did know that.
Okay. I'm talking about the audience.
Right.
Well,
okay.
I killed a lot of brain cells, so the fact that I assumed that was...
Fair enough.
Okay, I pushed your buttons earlier, you're pushing my buttons now.
Okay. Okay, noticeable birth this month, especially if you're a jam band fan. Trey Anastasio, lead singer and songwriter of the band Fish, was born this month. You a big Fish fan?
Strike 3, you're out.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know who Fish is. I don't know who that person
good.
is.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
That's white people music.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Dude, you went to Vestavia.
Yeah, I wasn't white. I'm still not white.
Still.
No. I mean, I did listen to...
if you're, like, aware of Dave Matthews Band...
I never listened to him.
Right, but you're, like, aware of Dave Matthews Band.
I know who Dave Matthews Band is.
Okay.
I know who Dave Matthews is.
All right, you know who Fish is,
Couldn't
but I
tell
guess
you.
Sure,
Yeah.
fair enough.
White people music.
More white people music. The Kinks, you know the band? Oh. They recorded You Really Got Me.
You really got me now. You really
That's the Kinks. There you go. See, you know the
really
Kinks.
got me.
And this one I thought was interesting just to kind of frame the, civil rights, free speech, all that stuff's going on here in the early 60s. Is that at the University of California in Berkeley, police attempted to arrest a Jack Weinberg, a Congress of Racial Equality volunteer who had violated a university ban on activism. He stood on top of a police car to address the other demonstrators, and this started a free speech. This started a free speech movement that would spread to other campuses. My question to you here is, how do you think that will play in 2019?
Well, considering that people stand on police cars all the time and shout and whatnot.
Really?
I mean...
I don't see that much.
The protests that happened in Baltimore,
Uh-huh.
After the Michael Brown stuff that
Okay.
went on, I mean, the police were standing there, but there was, like, a lot of just demonstrating, a lot of, standing on cars and yelling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I went to Alabama, Carter went to Auburn. In Alabama, on the quad, there's one place where you can have free speech on campus. And, of course, who came by all the time was Westboro Baptist Church.
Right.
All these other speakers that said all these things just to get people riled up on campus and whatnot. And that's, if you're ever fortunate enough to go to college, it opens your mind up. And free speech is a big part of that. So to have this, and we don't have free speech on campus if something like this never happened.
Sure. I don't think this plays as well in it. I think the police retaliate, in my opinion. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did, and they shot tear gas in the riot groups and stuff like that.
And that was over 50 years ago, and we've come basically
nowhere.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, it happens, but it just doesn't get publicized as much because, depending on what media outlet you're looking at, there's.
But just, the police are so more militarized now than they were in 1964.
Of course.
I just don't see that. It reminds me of that line in V for Vendetta, when at the end when someone asks like, well, what's going to happen now? And it goes, the same thing that always happens when people without guns stand up to people with guns. I don't know. That might be a pessimistic way of it's totally a pessimistic way of looking at it.
But everybody survived at the end of V for Vendetta except for V. And the Chancellor.
Yeah,
So.
and like Creedy and
No,
all
he's
the
alive.
people that are in that subway station thing that V just murks.
Nah, they're all alive.
Okay.
Yeah, spoiler.
That's not a spoiler at all. All right, so yeah, let's get into it here.
They're actually in the eye of the black hole.
So these episodes of Classic Cartoon Rewind are intended as watch-along tracks. So I'm going to give you time to get the Curse of Anubis
La Casa of Anubis.
on pause here. We're right at the beginning. We have the indigenous people on pause, and while you are getting while you are synchronizing your television sets with us.
And your watches.
There you go, your secret spy watches. Here's a quick message from our Patreon. All of Grassroots Comics is funded through our Patreon, patreon.com/grassrootscomics. For as little as $1 a month, you can become part of the Grassroots Comics community, which includes many perks, such as having your name mentioned in this segment of every episode of the podcast, the ability to suggest topics of discussion for shows like These Guys Have Issues, access to the private Grassroots Comics subreddit where members can continue discussions started on the podcasts or start their own, behind-the-scenes access to the GRC studio, and early access to digitally released comics and Classic Cartoon Rewind. So it is the goal of all of us here at Grassroots Comics Productions that one day the Patreon is strong enough where we are able to produce the stories, artwork, and stop-motion animation shorts pitched and selected by the Grassroots Comics community. But the only way that becomes possible is with a strong Patreon. So if you feel that the entertainment value you receive from this podcast is at least worth 25 cents, then please become a Patreon contributor today, and with our powers combined, we can have all of our stories heard. All right, now let's get on with the rest of the show. Okay, now that you're back and our TV sets are synchronized, I'm going to hit play here on the Curse of Anubis. And 3, 2, 1, go.
That opening scene where that guy runs is like straight from Flintstones. Because that's how they
Yes.
always run in Flintstones.
Yes. The limited animation. Hey, guess what? That's from this episode.
And what's the episode's name?
The Curse of Anubis.
I'm going to change that my Twitter handle. It's not going to be... It's going to be Curse of the News.
It couldn't be much worse.
You know what my Twitter handle is right now?
What is it? Like,
Sick Nasty.
yeah, that's
Sick
what I
Nasty
mean.
Eating. It
Right.
sounds
I
like a
knew it was
venereal
something
disease.
ridiculous. It's like, yeah, it couldn't be too much worse.
At least it's not Bama Lover 439 or something.
Yeah, true. So I did actually watch some Real Adventures of Jonny Quest this past week, the one from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't quite hold up. The 3D stuff is really not that great.
Race Bannon.
And one thing that really took me out of it was the voice of Dr. Quest in the series The Real Adventures of Jonny Quest from the 90s is the same actor that is the granddad in the Goldbergs. And if you know, like, and it, like, so clearly him from his voice, it was just really hard for me to take Dr. Quest seriously when he sounds like the granddad from...
Never watched Goldberg.
Oh, it's such a good show.
White people show.
No, it's just a good show, dude.
White people show.
Okay, that's racist.
Is it racist if you're white?
Yes. Yeah, there is no reverse racism. There's just racism.
No, but if you're white, can you be racist to your own race?
Okay. Why Bond? Why did
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I was hoping you wouldn't
where
catch
did
up
that
on
come
that.
from?
I don't know. I think it's because you told me that you and Valen do that
I
now.
know that whenever he does something cool
Yeah.
now, it's just like, hey, Carter, look at this. Bond up.
He just stole the head of Anubis.
I would imagine that's bad juju in the
Is this?
Egyptian community.
Are we watching Indiana Jones right now? Did he just steal the little gold?
The little golden idol
statue?
thing
And-
without a properly weighted bag of sand.
Tossing it,
Rookie mistake.
and tossing it.
Yeah, make sure to feel it right. Maybe dump a little sand out. But no, so basically someone just raided a tomb,
Yeah.
right?
Egyptian lore, you never raid tombs.
No. Now, do you want to get cursed?
'Cause
Because that's how you get cursed.
What's
It's like the curse of Anubis. That's Archer. Do you want to get ants?
Oh yeah.
Because that's how you get ants.
Master.
Mm.
That casa.
They said it. They said it.
Spoiler. Ooh. That's
No, this one is kind of cool that it like the villain has a really good plot, like a really good like scheme to he has a clear goal that he wants and then a way of achieving it, and he wants to kind of use the superstition of the
Anubis lore.
Egyptian and
lore.
the people like the people that are working for him. Yeah, to further his interests. And this is kind of another beginning of a trope here for the Quest show is that Dr. Quest gets a call from some colleague, some former colleague. Maybe they're in help or they have his question or something for him. So, of course, they round everybody up and they go see him. And then there's some, adventure ensues.
Does he have the Quest phone?
Um,
Is it in the shape of a Q?
That sounds like not
Feasible?
or functionally.
No,
I don't
dude.
know why
Like
you did
the
that.
Q, the one
That is
little.
a bad bathing suit, Johnny.
It looks like a diaper
It does.
or a pull up.
Yes, it does.
In the key-
as I can tell you from experience.
In the Q, you got the dash at the bottom of it. You could just use that as the phone. It's actually pretty good animation.
That is actually, yeah, fair.
They're just showing a glimpse of the jet flying through the air, and it was
True.
really good animation.
But I guess you can use recycled animation on the clouds, and you don't really
yeah,
notice it
no,
that much.
but I mean, like even the shading and the coloring on the plane was really good. It almost made me look like I was watching Gundam for a second.
Nice. Okay. Original.
No,
Okay.
like HMS Team or
Oh,
like Stardust Memory.
That stuff has crazy good animation, and that's like another
Isn't it?
20 years from now.
Exactly, and it's in the 80s. And I feel like
Yeah.
that animation is so much better than our animation now in some aspects.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
He has it.
Sure. But we don't. Well, Dr. Quest
Yeah.
doesn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
And
you,
that's kind of what. So, Alfred Hitchcock is one of my favorite directors. He was known as the master of suspense, right? And I read some interview where he was like describing how to make suspense work. And he says that suspense is you show the audience a bomb being put underneath a table, and then the next scene is a couple having a conversation at that table, and you wondering like, when's the bomb going to go off? You can't have the couple at the table having a conversation and then the bomb go off. That's not suspense. That's action, right? So suspense is like letting the audience in on something that the characters aren't. So this episode is a perfect example of, according to the master of suspense, his definition of suspense.
that was suspenseful.
Thank you. I tried to make it suspenseful along the
All right, Christopher.
way. Swing and a miss. Yeah. More
I already struck out
Shatner.
earlier.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shatner,
yeah.
There must be something.
And dude, again, that's gorgeous animation right
In the
there
way.
too.
Is that a direwolf?
Somebody is ready for some Game of Thrones to come back on TV.
I have been waiting.
Not patiently. That's the same voice, right?
It is.
Like,
It has
that's
to
the
be.
same bad
Now
guy
I'm
voice.
written just like go back in time and just.
No, again, we remember we.
Oh, yeah,
found out
he's
was,
alive. He could be
very
doing this.
feasibly could have been doing this.
Yeah. By the way, did you notice Race Bannon's shirt?
It's like Shazam.
I was gonna say yeah, but it's also like Winter Soldier. How it's got the pin, the blue one that he had on in Infinity War.
Okay.
Was that actually
Dun, dun. Mummy in the Moonlight.
that's a good band name.
Mummy in the Moonlight.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I do kind of like this aspect of the episode where your instinct is to know that like this mummy can't be like coming back to life and following them around. You know, Jonny Quest tends to stick in some realm of like science fiction, right? We're not going to go straight up supernatural, so you're kind of questioning that the whole way, just like the Quest team is.
Well, Scooby Doo could unveil who the mummy.
Yes,
is.
but Scooby-Doo lives in the supernatural.
That's true.
Right, that's their thing.
Yeah. It was Farmer John the whole time. I don't know if
It
that-
was the one character that we introduced in between that wasn't part of the gang. Who could have seen this coming? This unforeseen predicament. Dun dun dun. It's a scorpion in the Quest Hotel.
Squirrel Quest.
It's not 66 Batman.
I need scorpion repellent.
Oh, scorpion repellent bat spray.
Yeah. Quick, grab the scorpion repellent bat spray. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Is
Yeah.
it bat spray or is it scorpion spray?
Spray it and find out.
We don't have a shark to know if it's works on sharks.
Well, clearly, because the shark explodes.
Oh, well, I mean, so it's
But
not,
it was just an exploding shark.
oh,
Yeah, that was pulling his leg.
like figuratively,
Yeah, that's how they know it was the Joker.
because he's pulling his leg.
Yeah, not to get into the 66 Batman stuff here, but yeah, that like intro is a big riddle. That, you know, it drops it in. They drop him into the sea. C for Catwoman. Like, it's that kind of just bizarre leaps of logic stuff that the 66 show would do. That, you know,
But
Batman
he's
would be like,
figuratively
well,
pulling it,
logically,
it's
the answer could only be this random obscure fact. And Robin would be like, of course. How come I didn't see it before, Batman? Yeah. It's fun. It's fun for what it is. So wait, the mummy just like did the blinds. Did you see that?
Yes.
Like the
How
blinds
was
were
the mummy
closed.
intelligent enough? Did they have blinds back then when that
I
mummy
don't
was
think
actually
so.
alive?
Well, you never know. I mean, apparently the Egyptians had batteries
When
and,
Anubis was
and
alive?
beer and everything, and
23 centuries.
in the Middle East, borders are fluid affairs. That's a good line. Sure.
And why do you have armed guards, bruh?
Right. Yeah, you would think that, especially Race. Maybe
Be
not
like,
Dr. Quest, but Race would kind of be like, something's not right here.
Something doesn't seem questy about this.
Am I not questy enough for
We're
the
the
Quest team?
Or a Quest Club, bruh.
Yeah. Bruh.
Bruh.
The stolen Anubis statue. But that would mean that you were the villain all along.
I would have got my way if it wasn't for you meddling.
And your little
Questers.
dog,
And
too.
your little dog.
Hmm?
So one thing that will get all the Arab nations together is getting the curse of the Anubis head back.
Is Westerners come in and try to steal a piece of Middle Eastern culture. It's a decent plan, actually.
No, it is.
That,
It is. But
this is the one thing that can unite all these people that see things so differently.
yeah,
It's in the same way that I think I think it was Ronald Reagan that was quoted as saying the one possibility that could unite the entire human race is like a alien invasion,
oh yeah.
right?
There's a lot of false flag theories that come with that.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
that the government and the governments of the world would make
Fake an alien invasion.
make that
so
sacrifice.
You,
Do you get the whole world united behind one
Yep.
faction?
I have a
Antichrist.
story based around that, actually,
Oh yeah.
that I will tell you off air.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to subscribe to our Patreon to get the
You would dig it, actually. It's kind of like Gundam.
Oh nice.
It's got mechs and stuff. And,
Oh,
yeah.
cool. But yeah, for the exclusive content, you subscribe to our Patreon.
There we
You
go.
get
Right.
Access to little stuff like that.
To,
we do off
yeah.
air and some of the videos and stuff.
Well, that's another aspect of Grassroots Comics is we want to eventually, publish your stories as well.
Yeah.
And that's what we're planning on using the Patreon funds once they start rolling on in here. Once we get into the black, as they say.
The upper echelon of the Patreon users. How many times can we say Patreon? on this?
Patreon?
Patreon?
They say there was another instance of is Haji actually mystical, or is it like parlor tricks?
Ooh, the Hindu boy. Hindu is Hindi is a religion,
Yes.
not a race.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess you associate Muslim. You just say Muslim people. You don't say Islamic, or you don't say Arabic people, correct?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm like, that's what racists would do. Islamophobes and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know what the proper term would be. Oop. It's like whack-a-mole,
It's a racist.
except Haji.
Wackahaji. That was racist.
Are you done?
I'm done. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. So that's some straight up Scooby-Doo stuff.
Oh, yes.
It's just instead of a hallway with a bunch of doors.
That's like Hanna-Barbera-esque, like in any cartoon you
Hanna-Barbera,
did.
so it's-
Yeah.
It's
But I
just
mean, like,
Hanna-Barbera.
Damn it. I'm going to stop.
It's Star Wars-esque when Luke Skywalker has the lightsaber.
Why did you just go Office Space on me?
Excuse me, please, mate. I stole my lightsaber with
I swear I'm going to burn the building down.
And there were some Ewoks, and they were married,
Last time I didn't get a slice of cake. I know.
and I really wanted
wanted
the
to
cake. Oh, Milton! I would love to see a spoof of Milton in the Death Star.
Oh my god.
like being greeted by Darth Vader.
Yes.
Milton, I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday.
But sir, you already asked me to come in on Sunday, and if I don't...
Yes, that's great, Milton. You know that's based on a comic strip?
It is?
Office Space? Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's funnies called Milton.
Huh.
Because knowledge is power.
Bam! Like I've said before.
You know.
I've killed many brain cells.
So now, of course, Jonny and Haji are trying to rescue Dr. Quest and Race. Boy, that separation between Johnny's neck and his head there. Did you see that?
It was awful. It looked like a giraffe, dude.
It looked like an action figure, like where the head could swivel all the way around.
I feel like they just made something up there.
Oh, as far as like language you're
yeah.
probably right. You're probably right. But this animation style really is a blessing and a curse. Like there's no way. It's kind of the opposite of the Max Fleischer series.
Yeah.
The Fleischer series had such great animation that was eventually its undoing because it was too expensive to make.
Yeah.
Jonny Quest and really Hanna-Barbera in general doesn't have that great of animation, but because of that, they were able to dominate the field of animation
Pretty
for
much.
30, 40 years.
Yeah. I mean, think of how many cartoons they put out.
It's staggering. Huckleberry Hound, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo's their gold mine. Dexter's Laboratory,
Jonny Quest,
Cow and Chicken.
Dexter's Laboratory? What?
Yep.
Cow and
Johnny
Chicken?
Bravo.
What?
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. In the 90s, Hanna-Barbera tried to have a renaissance.
Okay.
Didn't quite work out, and they ended up
Was
basically
he-
just
was
getting
he
absorbed
Tomcat
by.
too?
Yeah, I think that's Hanna-Barbera. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Let me just Google how many cartoons they did.
It's going to be too much. And if you're listening out there, let us know if you would like us to cover the other Hanna-Barbera action cartoons. I thought about just automatically including them, but I didn't know if there would be enough interest in Birdman and the Herculoids. But if there is, we'll happily cover it, especially Birdman and the Space Ghost. I would kind of want to see Space Ghost. I've never seen any of those episodes.
Coast to coast.
I've seen episodes of that, but I've never seen actual episodes of Space Ghost.
Quick Draw McGraw? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. El Kabong.
Oh my gosh.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh, the Yogi Bear Show. Wow.
Yeah. And then there was that weird trend where they try to get classic cartoons but make them younger. Like Tom and Jerry Kids and Little Flintstones or whatever that was called. Mm-hmm. And there was Captain Caveman was in those. Y'all remember?
Oh, yeah.
Captain Caveman.
Wow, dude. Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Are we going to be watching that?
Yeah. Is it the 60s one?
Yes.
That's us. That's actually the next series we're covering.
Oh, let's go.
A pup named Scooby-Doo. Good call, Huey.
Oh, my gosh.
That show's actually decent, though.
The New Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
All right, here we go. This, especially with the first two episodes, this is definitely the most action I think that Haji and Jonny have seen.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. Haji is able to tame the cobras with his flute to keep them away from killing Race and Dr. Quest. Now, I will drop a Indiana Jones reference here. If those the snakes remind me of the asps in Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that scene where they open up the temple part and there's this buried in the Egyptian desert, and there's all the snakes crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
And his friend goes, "Oh, asps, very dangerous. You go first." That's one of my all-time favorite lines.
Oh my gosh. Super Friends. They did
this is
Super
great.
Friends?
Yeah.
Wait, is the dog the Curse of Anubis now?
The dog bandit is under the Curse of Anubis statue, so of course the
Cuss.
have Anubis. Now your henchmen think that it's actual Anubis and come to life.
Oh gosh.
Little do they know, there is a mummy that has been on their trail this whole time.
Oh my gosh. No. Me clean. Is he really shooting a mummy? That thing is
Yeah.
dead, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about the undead.
You gotta shoot him in the head. Oh wait.
The double tap,
Yeah. Silver bullets.
rule number 2.
Oh, look at that overhead press. That's good form by the mummy. It's a big explosion. Or a cave-in?
I think it's just dusty.
Dusty?
Yeah,
Musty?
that makes sense.
Rusty?
Probably both.
Not rusty.
Maybe not rusty.
Yeah.
Oh, guess which part's gonna get animated?
Wait, is that God?
Could be. It's all how you look at it, right?
That's true.
The glass is half full.
Yeah.
And there's Anubis growling. Oh, wait.
Hanna-Barbera had a cartoon called The Godzilla Power Hour. And it was from 78 to 81. So
that
it had
sounds
so it had
terrible. Yow. Oh boy, it sure is swell, Dad. Golly jeepers.
What's wrong with Bandit?
He's getting camel sick.
He don't have his camel
It's
legs.
the motion sickness. He didn't take his Dramamine before he
You just
got
went
between
right,
the humps.
You just went right over mine.
Dramamine?
No, I said he didn't have his camel legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you.
Oh. Well, okay then.
All right. Curse of Anubis. Thoughts?
Casabanobas. I like that episode.
Yeah, it's really good,
I
right?
actually remember that one from
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, but you were right though. The plot point for the guy had an actual
That's
motive.
a good...
It's a real life motive. You could actually make that into a movie,
For real.
like just a one shot movie.
For sure. And especially something that's like, geared at kids in the 60s. That's a more intricate plot line than I think you would see in other kids' cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now the second episode we're covering today is titled The Pursuit of the Poho, which premiered on October 9th of 1964. Now remember, again, I said this one, there's actually a lot of stuff happening this week, so kind of strap in here. In China, the Communist Party chairman for Mao Zedong received a delegation of officials from North Vietnam, including the prime minister, and it predicted that the U.S. efforts could be defeated. Mao concluded that it was, quote, impossible for the United States to send many troops to South Vietnam, end quote. And this is the part that I found was really interesting about this. A historian named Michael Lind would write nearly 50 years later, quote, the significance of these conversations can hardly be exaggerated. We now know that the nightmare of American strategists had come true in the summer and fall of 1964. So that's just a huge, moment in history that this Vietnam's about to bubble over, basically.
Mm-hmm.
In space race news, the Soviet Union launched the Cosmos 47, which was a unmanned test flight of a prototype Soviet spacecraft. The launch of this was actually pushed forward in order to move ahead of the launch of the two-man Gemini capsule from the United States. So just, classic one-upmanship of the space race. Also in Vietnam news, the Republic of China, now known as Taiwan, officially entered the war. That was something I didn't know. I didn't even know that they were even involved in that.
Neither did I.
This is interesting. The FBI foiled a plot by the United Klans of America, so apparently that was a thing, to bomb the Evers Hotel in Philadelphia, Mississippi, where the remaining civil rights workers associated with the COFO had been staying. That's the Council of Federated Organizations. Agents were sent to the home and seized a cache of dynamite that had been stockpiled there after being tipped off by an informer. So, yeah, I feel like in history you don't hear enough about the foiled disasters, right? You mostly just hear about the
actual disasters.
Right.
Yeah.
This I'm kind of mostly just threw in for me because I'm a big Beatles fan. But the Beatles recorded "She's a Woman." She's a woman. You know that song? No. They recorded that at the EMI Studios in Abbey Road, and this really puts into perspective how young the Beatles were in their heyday. On that same day, drummer Ringo Starr passed his driver's test.
Oh, wow.
I know. How nuts is that? And this is kind of apropos. Born this week, was Guillermo del Toro, director of Hellboy, Hellboy 2, Shape of Water, Hobbit.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did The Hobbit.
Let me Google search this real quick. I don't know. One of my favorite episodes of Family Guy is where Herbert goes against the old Nazi guy after he kidnaps Chris with his dolls and stuff like that. And Peter comes up there and he says something and he says something and he's like, "Okay, Mr. Google search."
No, I'm sorry. He did not direct The Hobbit. He was originally attached to them and then left during production, and that's when Peter Jackson had to step in. Okay, so that's all I got for that week. It actually wasn't not quite as long as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so the pursuit of the Poho. We have the indigenous people on pause here. I'll give you a moment to get lined up with us or put us on pause. I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. Boy, you're not kidding about that boy running.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's
like the arms are in motion, the legs, and then I think the body just kind of goes up and down a little bit.
Hydra.
Won't get old.
It won't get old.
Mm-mm.
I didn't realize Bandit got took by an eagle all the time.
You hadn't seen that part yet in this?
I didn't pay attention.
No?
I just now realized it.
Well, hopefully that's the thing, that we're noticing something different here every time. As you go along. Boy, it really just highlights how much cartoons have changed too. That the intro to the show is like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
That would never, ever, 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 ever happen in modern cartoons.
The last long intro I remember is the actual Teen Titans intro.
The first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that was about a minute.
When there's trouble, you know who to call.
Teen Titans. Teen Titans. Teen Titans, go!
What a lovely voice.
Pity.
Do you know Triumph, the insult comic dog?
Yes.
Right? That is a lovely voice. For me to poop on!
Is that a squeaky toy or?
Oh, it's the monkey.
I thought it was a squeaky toy.
Yeah, it's whatever. Alright, so we're clearly following some kind of tribe in the Amazon here or something.
My country.
There you go. Is this kite surfing? Is that what you call it? Or is it just like...
Don't they call it like a parasailing?
There you go. There we go.
Man, Haji's yoked. Look at those abs.
He's got abs like Jesus.
He does.
Right? Jesus had great abs. Don't look at me like that.
No, I was going to say, I was going to make it even more. I said he's got abs like Gandhi.
Oh, but... Oh.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Uh-oh.
Bandit always getting it with other creatures.
I foresee a nose being pinched here.
Or a tail.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I think
It's the nose. Yeah.
Oh, man. Lost that bet.
Oh, that rascal.
A
Rascally bandit. When will he learn?
Spoiler alert, he never does.
Never. Not in 26 episodes, at least.
Why does she sound like she's like a Midwesterner?
Like a American Midwest?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's American. So maybe...
Please, Dr. Quest, come in.
Lord. That sounds more like Southern Belle.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm getting the vapors.
Dr. Quest, will you please come just sit a spell with me?
Oh my God! Have you ever seen that SNL skit with Christopher Walken called Colonel Angus?
Mm-mm. I need to go look this up.
Dude, it's hysterical. Yeah, it's he is a colonel in the Civil War that's coming home, but with the Southern
Already
draw, everybody's like, I never much cared for Colonel Angus. It rubs me the wrong way. See where I'm going with this? Yeah. If Colonel Angus has overstayed his welcome, just tap me on the head. I'll make my way out. Yeah, it's filthy, but dude, it's hysterical. All right, so again, we have that trope of former colleague of
Quest
Dr.
phone.
Quest. Yeah, rings him up on the
Quest
red Quest line there that they have to pop open Bill Shakespeare's head to get to.
By the way, I meant to show you this yesterday. I found that you can press the button, like the prop, and you can actually hook it up to something.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So like you open the head, press the button,
Right.
and it like pops out, a box on the wall or
where your landline is.
Oh, yeah.
Said no one ever.
Let me just pull out this. Excuse me while I whip this out.
This landline might as well be sending up smoke signals. Ah, okay. So this feels like something like Kirk would do in a Star Trek episode.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure they actually did this.
Right. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, even in the first Star Trek movie, they're on a planet where they're watching.
Talking about the JJ one?
Yeah. No, that's the second movie. The second movie, they're on a planet. They're watching this indigenous tribe.
And there's like the red, waterfall or something.
Yeah, and they're running.
Wasn't that into... No, it's not Into Darkness.
It is Into Darkness. It's not the first one.
I thought it was the third one.
No, that's Beyond. I have not seen Beyond yet.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Beyond.
I have it on DVD. Just
And you
never
just haven't
watched
watched
it.
it?
Yeah, and I'm a huge
We've
Star
seen
Trek
a bunch
fan
of
too.
stuff from the intro here.
Yeah,
Of the panther and the lizard and the whole plane scene on the way here is the plane scene in the intro when they show everybody's names.
I always love how when they turn Dr. Quest's face, one of the eyebrows is raised. It's always like he's got a look of question
right.
wherever I look.
That questionable quest.
Oh, he did it.
I did. And I'll do it again. Alliteration. The sponsor of today's GRC episode. Brought to you by Alliteration.
Look. One eyebrow. And we'll kill the professor if you come near.
I'm sure. Here's your little educational moment of the episode. Poor Bandit, man. He,
Oh.
yeah. He has a rough episode here.
He does. Got pinched. Are you pointing?
Looks like it. Like, hey, you two.
Stop laughing.
Quit giving me shit. Aereo, God of the Air. That's an original name there, Dr. Quest.
So, this is another instance of like, almost like colonialism a little bit. A white man coming to talk to you about your faking your religion and stuff like that, just to gain a leg on something.
Right. Using a native's superstition
against them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Race isn't a fan, apparently. But I guess if you're there thinking these guys, like,
have
kidnapped
issues
and, like, he said it. No, but the tribe, the Pohos, has, captured and maybe killed this fellow scientist. Mm-hmm. They're saying blind boys ask too many questions.
They could have picked a better name than Pohos to me. I'm sorry.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, foreshadowing, because they're going to go in the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Surprise. You can't keep Johnny and Haji out of trouble.
You know what's really funny in that scene? He's rowing a boat that's got a motor behind it.
Well, yeah, but he said, I'm going to row so they don't hear me.
Oh.
Motors make sound.
That makes sense, bro.
Right. Especially over water.
But so do guns.
Yeah. But usually, but not too much time to react, though.
Oh my gosh, Race almost shot Johnny. That would have been a quick end to the show.
Maybe don't worry too much about finding Dr. Quest. Okay, let's go, Haji. Pow! Sorry, gotta go. Didn't see him. Bye.
Cues the outro music.
Brown, brown.
Wait, what? That actually happened? Yeah, the season's over. The show's over.
3
Johnny
episodes
died.
in. Show canceled.
Is that the Black Panther?
Dude, I will say this, man. There is, like, just too much. I've seen too many of those, like, 12 deadliest shows to ever go to the Amazon or something.
Yeah.
There is some terrifying shit there. Same with Australia. Fuck Australia.
Who was your biology
Unless
teacher?
you live there, then Australia is awesome, mate. But there's a lot of crap in Australia that seems to want to kill you.
Who was your biology teacher in high school?
I had a football coach.
Oh, you didn't have Mr. Utz?
No, I'm Coach Smith.
He was your biology teacher?
Yeah.
He was my community science teacher.
I did nothing.
So,
I can tell you more about the movie Poltergeist, which we watched in Coach Smith's class, than I can about
we watched
biology.
Raising Arizona in his class.
Love you, Coach Smith. Great class.
Yeah, wonderful
Didn't
class.
learn much.
Wonderful times. But we did a project, and mine was on schistosomiasis, which is like a parasite that can travel up your urethra.
Oh, it's, of course, in the Amazon.
Yes. And it can get through your anal cavity and your urethra if
See,
you
man,
pee or shit in the water.
Jeez. No. Not to mention, like, I hate snakes. Snakes are, like, my top. Not a snake guy.
You remember Sarah Catherine Sharp?
Yes.
She played baseball on that?
Yeah.
She had a baby python, or a baby boa, when we were in high school.
That's ridiculous.
That sucker was awesome. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no thanks.
I had it wrapped around my arm at one point. Constricted just a little bit, a little tight, a little snug.
Hmm?
Is he smelling something good?
It's, well, if Banda's happy, it's probably somebody who knows, right? There we go. It's Race being all silver foxy.
Yeah,
Right.
buff. What's the guy in Adventures Brothers who's like their buff dude?
Brock?
Brock, yeah. Brock Sampson, that's his name.
Is it? Okay. That was the first name that popped into my head, but I was like, nah, that's
Yeah.
too...
Oh! He
Nice.
just went full Michael Jackson on us. If you're watching along, you'll know.
Like, but like swap, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, they know that phrase?
Well, no, they just hear a voice.
Oh. Oh.
Again, they're really...
Well, no shit, Mr. or Dr. Quez.
It's interesting that the names for this South American tribe would for their gods would have these Latin roots, right?
Oh yeah.
Arrow and Aqua.
I didn't even notice that until you said something about it. Nice. Did you ever take Latin?
I did not.
Didn't either. Things I
I
regret.
took Spanish.
Did you just say taco?
Go for tacos.
Pretty sure that's what you just said.
Does anyone else want anything?
Oh, I'll take a
Speak
chalupa.
now.
I'll take a chalupa, please. Side of cinnamon twist.
With no pico de gallo. Ted, you ask this every time and they mess up your order. Just get the pico de gallo on the side.
Is that Robot Chicken?
No.
Oh.
I'm just being...
Oh.
Just
I thought that was
straight
like
out,
Emperor
turn out.
Palpatine.
No.
Oh.
That does sound like Palpatine. Yeah. Sounds like the water god is making his presence known.
Wait, won't all the berries wash away and it'll just be white?
Let's hope not.
Oh, it's Grimace.
Let's hope it's not Mike Pence popping out of that river.
Oh, God.
Doesn't he look like race, though?
Yeah, that I was going to say Putin, but I mean...
Right. But, you know, not homophobic?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, for like a comic book, like nerdy stuff that we do, we really get political
There's
sometimes.
a lot of... Yeah. It's in the air.
It is. But I mean, like, this stuff does hit on political aspects.
Oh, totally.
They automatically understand the common tongue.
I'm hoping they just understand tone here, because we clearly established earlier that they didn't understand English because of Johnny's broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's the chief.
Chief called. He said that I ain't it.
Dude, that's a shrunken head around his belt.
Is it?
Did you see that?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was just like something like...
No, that's a
like
head.
that animation or something.
Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Ripley's Believe It or Not or something?
Well, in New Orleans.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Voodoo Museum.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, Ripley's in Gallenberg.
That's where I've seen one.
If Thanos had hair. Oh, where's Johnny?
Right.
We can't have a show without him in it.
Dr. Quest, I don't feel so good.
Haji, no. Stay with me, Quid. Stay with me.
No. So sad.
Nah.
On that note, though, Tom Holland would make a great Johnny Quest.
Yes, he would. And Robert Downey Jr. would make a great Dr. Quest.
Dr. Quest. I could kind of see that.
Yeah. You know who'd be Race Bannon? Chris
From
Evans.
the Marvel Universe.
Actually,
Not quite Silver Foxy enough.
Josh Brolin.
Okay. Ooh. That's a great just gag. Oh, man.
Human pin.
And the donkey's tail on a poho.
Oh.
Wow. Hmm.
The sides are hard and smooth.
Yeah.
You want them to be.
Right. That's what he said. Bum, bum, bum.
I mean, I'm starting to get really worried about Race's skin. Like, is he going to be purple for the rest of the season?
It just doesn't come off. I'm sure it probably causes cancer too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If Race doesn't
there's only 24 episodes, right?
26, I think.
Okay, yeah. You know why? Because Race died
Race
in
gets
26.
cancer.
From the
I'm sure
purple
Race is probably a smoker anyways, if we're being
Well,
honest.
we know he's a drinker. He's also a midnight toker.
Boy.
This is why you love our show.
Right?
This is why you love our show. It's really not even about the classic cartoon rewind anymore. It's just
It's guided by,
by
the
definitely
classic
guided.
cartoon.
Definitely guided. We can't just think of the stuff on our own. I mean,
Not all of it.
not all of it, at least. I have to be prompted by something. There's a lot of non-communication going on right now. Non-verbal communication.
You got to.
Yeah. You don't want to wake up the pohos.
Dude, honestly, I'm sure those guys have excellent hearing.
The pohos?
Yeah, like if you're in the middle of the
You kidding me? Yes.
rainforest and you're just, it's not like there's any like city noise or anything like that. Uh-oh. Well, intruders! Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you're getting out of there, dude. Oh, tell me they're gonna drag Dr. Quest behind the boat. Yeah, did you see the shrunken head that time?
Mm-hmm. I saw it right then, too. Well, what a dive. Races. That was this where Dr. Quest, like...
Oh, tell me we get some like water skiing.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Body surfing. Boogie boarding? Boogie board.
All of a sudden it's slapstick here.
I just need him to go back and forth. The zigzag style. Classic. And it would fit too, because it's English humor.
Yeah.
Wait.
He's
There you
American now.
What?
He's American.
Johnny Quest? I thought he was. I thought Dr. Quest was English.
Being protected by the American government. That's why race is there.
Oh. Well, then I take all the colonial...
Not all smart people are British.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
We just talked about colonialism and stuff like that. And I was just
Well, yeah, America did it too.
I know, but we didn't do it in India.
Or we're still doing it.
We didn't do it in India, though.
Except Puerto Rico. True. Oh. Nope.
Good one, Rex. Or Race.
Which cartoon are you watching?
I don't know, too, at this point.
Rex the Wonder Dog.
Ugana.
Wacky. Wacky fun. Barbecue ginger. No thanks. Oh man. Oh no, Race.
Go audition for Thanos, bro.
You're Ivan Ooze for the next 3 weeks. Oh no.
Oh, wow, so they're making fun of their god? Wow. Wow.
What, for the fake tribe?
The fake tribe making
with the,
fun of the
fake god that they just impersonated?
Yes. They made fun of him.
Right.
Man.
What a reverence.
Oh, it's terrible.
How dare Jonny Quest? Not... God, yeah. You couldn't do a show like this now. Not
Of
like that,
course
at
not,
least.
no.
Not like that. But
There'd be so much outrage.
yes. Because, 2019.
We're getting there.
Thoughts? Pursue the Poho.
We pursued the Poho.
Yeah, we pursued that Poho. All the way to the
We hold the Poho
end
on
of the
pedestal.
pursuit. Never put the Poho on the pedestal, man.
Never.
Never. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Just kind of a run-of-the-mill Jonny Quest episode, I feel like.
Yeah. Curse of Anubis, I feel like, was a really big episode.
Yeah, that
And
one's
this was just not, you know.
No, it's not quite on that same level. Still enjoyable though, I would say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Loving some Jonny Quest. Okay, be sure to join us next week where we cover Riddle of the Gold and Treasure of the Temple. These are getting into this could be almost like you know how Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones and the blank, Jonny Quest and the Riddle of the Gold, Jonny Quest and the Temple, the Treasure of the Temple. It just sounds like little mini movies like we've been talking about before. Cool. All right, anything else to add?
I'm in.
Wonderful. Well, I've been your host, Carter Hutchison.
Here goes Mike Thomas.
And it's been Classic Cartoon Rewind. We'll see you next weekend, kiddos.
This has been a Grassroots Comics production. Da da da! So what's your story?
Well, some kind of silly cartoon.
You got a problem with cartoons?